Good morning, Jane Edmondson here. So today I'm going to take you through my process for how I made these, the patterning on this stars. These are the ones that I did last week and posted to the group. And a lot of you asked how you did that. I did this one too, which was really cool, but didn't post. So I'm going to take you through that today. Lots of times I do this on tiles. Here's some examples on the tiles. They look like flowers usually, but you know, you get that really neat veining look, you know, and the patterning there. Here's another example of one that I did, and then also coated in poly, but you can see really pretty. We'll look at two sort of approaches today. So one of them is more like this one, where you do not blow that much, and you can see the colors really stay, you know, a little less blended, and it looks really flower-like. Versus this approach where you blow with the straw a little bit more, and then the colors will blend a little bit more. So we'll kind of go through both of those today. I'm just doing it on a canvas, which I'm reusing. I had coated in white paint. So, and the thing I would also suggest is, you know, if you're doing this near a wall, put up a piece of paper or something on the back of the wall, because you'll see sometimes when you blow, it kind of goes all over the place. And I work up against a window. And as you can see, I put a trash bag up against that window because it's covered in dots at this point. So, so anyway, there you go. So my mixture today, let me go over the paints, and then I will go over the mixture. So for the paints, I'm going to use the Martha Stewart Satin in Wine. I'm going to use the Martha Stewart Satin in Deep Sea Blue. And then, hold on, I put the gold away. Grab it. And then I'm going to use the Handmade Modern gold, 20 karat gold. This you get at Target. This is the brand from Target. And then for the white, I always use the Artist Loft Flow Acrylic White. I've tried all sorts of other ones, and just nothing compares. It just I never get the same consistent result with my pours that I do with the Artist Loft. Okay, so for the mixture, for this kind of pour, I make it the mix liquidier than I normally do. So my normal ratio is about 1 part paint to 2 to 3 parts Floetrol, no water, no silicone or dimethicone or anything like that. And for this one, you're actually going to do 1 part paint, or I do 1 part paint to 3 to 4 parts Floetrol. So it's going to be a little bit more liquidy than you normally would. And it, you know, can be harder to control when it's a little liquidier like that, but you also get some really cool effects from it. So that's it. So we'll get started. I always just tend to pour a blob of white in the middle. And then I generally go darkest to lightest. I mean, you can kind of do whatever pattern you like. Also, you'll see if you just layer the colors on themselves, you'll kind of get one look, and if you lay them, you know, with white in between them, you'll get another look. But essentially, I'm just doing a puddle pour, and to begin with, I really try to make it pretty thick. If I can. I think I'm going to do blue in between these two. Because you do want enough paint, you know, that you'll be able to get it all over the sides. If you're curious, I'm pouring on a cheap cookie sheet that I got at the store. Once it dries, it's really easy to peel off, and it's flat. So, all right. So I just layer everything in a puddle pour, and then I'm gonna do just a little bit of white in the middle. Not a lot though, because if you do a lot, you'll kind of see that the white will take over, and that's not really what we're looking for. At least that's not what I'm looking for today. All right, so there you go. And then for straws, I tend to use the bigger straws, the shake straws. And then I also usually have a spoon. This is as far as the tools, a spoon, and then a smaller one in case I need it. All right, so let's get started. The blowing is the technique you kind of have to learn over time, but I generally try to start with a strong blow at the beginning and then go light and then try to go, a little bit stronger at the end to carry it out. But you'll develop a technique over time. So here I'll show you, and hopefully my hair won't get in the way too much. So here we go. And if you don't make it to the end, that's okay. I'll show you how we can fix that. Okay. Now you're going to want, sort of what tends to happen is like, you just want to keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing, but you'll notice if you just stop for a minute and kind of let it pool, it will start to do some of the patterns that we are looking for. All right, so for the most part, I got it. Here, let me do this little side. So I've pretty much got it, mostly how I want it. Now, what I want to do is, kind of fix a few things and then push the paint over to the edge. And like I said before, you really want to try to keep yourself from blowing too much. I think what ends up happening is people just will blow and blow. If they don't like something, they'll kind of blow again. And that's fine. I mean, if you do that over and over again, you'll get more of the patterned look, kind of the blended look, but it will blend together. And I've done it before where it just gets all blended, and then you have, this really neat texture and pattern left. So I just try to keep it to, my initial blow, kind of the 8, because I'm doing, basically the 4 key ones and then in between them. And then, or 5 and 10 or whatever the number of leaves you have. And then after that, I'll sort of go slowly and methodically to try to push any paint out that I need to off the edge or fix something that I don't like. So for example, this piece here. So I'm gonna try to fix this. And I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to lean it a little bit as I kind of blow and try to get it off here to the edge. So I don't know if you can see here where I was going really slow, the paint is blending a little bit less, and then where I really blew hard, it mixed together. So, that's how you start to control some of the effects and the patterns that you get. I mean, I did that because I'm trying to get it off to the edge. All right, that's great. Now I'm going to just move this white piece a little bit back to the center. And there, okay, that's what I'm looking for. All right. Now, you know, like here, for example, the stuff didn't really go all the way to the edge, and that's okay. What I'm gonna do is grab my little spoon and just put a little to the edge to cover it up. Now in this case, there is some rolling over the edge, but it's not as much as you might normally get from your regular pours. And if you use a little bit more paint in the puddle pour at the beginning, then you know you'll have a little bit more going over the edges. And if you don't, then you'll have a little bit less. You know, but that's okay. I for this one, we'll probably just paint, you know, the edge of the canvas like a single color. Or you can try, like, I guess I can try to see if it'll move down here so that it rolls off the edge. But I don't think I have enough paint actually on all the sides. Look over here. No, I don't really have enough paint. So for this one, I'll let it dry. Actually, I'm gonna take some off of here. I'll let it dry, and then I'll paint the edges either white or black or something like that. But in the meantime, there you go. So I'll take you down in 1 second. Let me just fix this. I'll take you down to have a closer look at it. There. Okay. Now again, because I didn't overblow, you sort of see that it's, you know, coming together a little bit in the center. The other thing too, you'll notice you still get, you know, some cells, and you get the, you know, the really nice webbing look, but you're not getting a lot of cells because I didn't use the silicone, and I don't really want to do that in this scenario. You get these weird, I don't have an example of it, but you get these weird sort of pockets of color if you do, if you use the silicone. And if you like it, that's cool. You can, oops, sorry about that. All right, let me take you down to look. All right, here we go. So here's the close-up. Really cool edges. Oops, let me fix that guy. Okay. Lots of webbing. You see the circle, the white paint in the middle kind of goes back. Like funky design over here, neat webbing. This corner looks real nice. There you go. Cool. So hopefully you learned something, and give it a try. See what happens. Post your pictures. I'm excited to see what they look like. And have a great day.